I'm glad it's such an event these days. All I do is sit down here and show a selection of maps and people keep coming along. I appreciate that. Starting with Surface Run, someone reacted to the name NoSick last time. I'm not familiar myself. But here we are. Six-month wonder. What, he didn't get sick for 6 months? Is that what we're talking about? It was labelled Half-Life, but it seems like it's probably multiplayer. We'll see. Were they all maps of the month? That was still going by this point, right? Oh no, it is single player. Turn my sound up a little bit. I mean, this all looks fine to me. A lot of pipe work, I believe is what they call it. Go figure. How convenient. Don't you hate it when you're walking along and then a bunch of crates break beneath you and you fall into a teleporter? Happens all the time to me. Oh. Didn't even try and let me jump for that. Which is probably better than if the other side was clipped.
Access denied.
Okay, I don't know. I'm guessing I was supposed to do that, given though it didn't kill me. Why would the light be doing that? This all seems pretty competently mapped.
Welcome to the HEV Mark IV protective system for use in hazardous environments.
Could use a little more context, but maybe we'll get to that.
15%. Power 30%.
Why did I need a suit? I think I might have missed a crowbar as well. Seems unlikely that that would have been all that was happening there. Where did I miss the crowbar? Oh, there. That could probably be a... Oh, Jesus. That was a bit abrupt. They were all waiting for me to pick up that crowbar, weren't they? wandering around without a care in the world, and then all of a sudden, aliens everywhere. I hate it when that happens too. My attempts to get behind cover did not go as planned. Speaker slightly, it's in front of my life. I should probably save the shotgun for the big stuff. Oh jeez, they really just throw you into it, don't they? Don't you hate getting hit by a stray bee? Took too long. So far, the life I've gotten has been constrained to 2 batteries. I have to get some more some point. That's something. Where do people stand on letting you climb up the wrong side of a ladder? Because it makes sense, but also it's not helpful in the slightest. Normally they die when I do that. What if it was a really long ladder, like the Metal Gear Solid one, and you can climb up that the wrong way? Also, I wanted to remark about how the first thing I did when I entered this room was press that button. I did not even stop to think about what it did, and I feel like that's a very Half-Life effect. C button, press button. God knows what the button does. What am I doing? Pressed a button and some green goo went down and... do I have to go back? Was green goo blocking me at any point? I don't remember this area. Not only hide the top, but also block off the sides so you can't just sort of fall and get around the ladder and cheat that way. So you've got to climb all the way back down and then back up. Also make it so you can't jump off the ladder and fall down faster, you've got to climb all the way back down. I don't know why I'm proposing this, I don't want this to happen to anyone. Why are they waving at me? What's that supposed to signify?
Power 15%.
I feel like you see this in a lot of maps. This sort of weird Esla-coily kind of a... You wanna...
Let's go.
Okay.
I certainly hope you
There was a
know what
retinal
you're doing.
scanner somewhere, wasn't there? I probably need these brothers for... You coming?
Yes, let's go.
More of these nuts, don't they? You weren't here a second ago. You can't do that. It's illegal.
This is as far as I go. It appears that you need medical attention right away. Let's try this. Fine. You're going to have to leave me here, Gordon.
Fine, shut up.
I refuse to go another step. Glad to oblige, a fellow side. I'm going to stay here and wait for my colleague. Yes.
There was
I'm
some
going to
game
stay here
recently. I
and wait
don't
for my colleague.
quite remember
Away.
which one that I think maybe had... You just stuck?
I refuse to go another step. With my brains, I don't suppose you reconsider. Yes.
What was I saying? I think there was some game recently where... I don't remember what it was, but no, you're not going this way, are you? Where was the retinal scan? You, stay here.
I'm slowing you down, am I?
Maybe they pressed the button at the start?
Let's go.
Yeah, you do. Some game that I think changed direction halfway through and cut some corners as a result. And I think there was an animation for climbing up ladders, but when you tried to go down them, it just did a fade out and a fade in at you at the bottom of the stairs. Found that amusing. Isn't this how the last one ended? Doing this exact thing? This is very familiar. I think it was how the last one ended. No, wait, it was the opposing force one. Shepherd's Adventure or whatever it was called. Competition 21? Code 21? This isn't a competition. It says C21, but it's not. And Code 21 Hide and Seek mod. Counter-Strike is what I'm hearing. I should probably put my list where it needs to be. This is a broken link, never mind. As was the same style of map but pink. As was Kitty 2KB2. We don't get to see this. DM Shipment, I believe, was present though. Half-Life. Check this about.txt. If you want to see full information, go here. Why not just put that in the README? Nice grenades everywhere. Okay, that doesn't sound like it's really selling me on the concept, but what do I know? Shipment, isn't that a... That's a Counter-Strike map, isn't it? I realise it directly referenced Counter-Strike in the description, but I wasn't really paying attention to the concept. Context. That's the one I wanted. Oh no, that's a problem. An open Compo 31 WOD. Those mostly look like standard textures to me, but what do I know? Let's do the thing. Where are we? That one. Just that one. I think Too Much Video Games did a different COD map as well. There's that that stealth mod? No, I don't think it was a mod, I think it was just a map with some weird anti-stuff going on, but it's just a stealth one. It was just a bunch of grunts. There was one grunt that was very fascinated by a picture on the wall for no apparent reason, who I had to kill to progress the story, even though he was doing no harm. If that was theirs, then this seems like a bit of a step down in quality, I'm not gonna lie. I think I've seen the map. There's not much more to experience. DE abducted by, again, Nosik. Or Counter-Strike this time. I think every Nosik map I've done has been for a different game. I just copied that into a folder. Just to be sure. Like there's normally sounds. Also, I discovered, at least I'm pretty sure, that the sounds of my fan going does not pick up on the microphone, so I'm not sitting here boiling for once. There's not much airflow in this room otherwise, even with the window open, which it currently isn't. Don't know what I expected, really. Am I supposed to be able to get back up? Because that's not the impression I'm getting. Especially with the fact that it kills you. You could probably pull some Counter-Strike shenanigans there. This certainly has a look, doesn't it? If they made these textures. I'm not versed enough in popular WODs to know when something's going to be grabbed somewhere obvious or not. But this place has some design around it. I like all these lights imply a door though. Don't appear to be a door. The red lights didn't imply a door, but I still wanted to find out for sure. I feel like this place implies a tech level that would be somewhat above a bunch of people running around shooting each other with AK-47s. Oh, that's not a... There's no floor there, as it turns out. On the other hand, this spot here, not as deadly as you'd think. Let's see where CT is spawned. Maybe it's near there. This is a DE map, so there should be bomb zones somewhere. I would assume this is one of them, but... maybe not. This whole thing is moving slightly and I'm not quite sure exactly how. I think it's a slight funk rotating. Very subtly. If anything, it just makes it look a hell of a lot less secure. It could be a pendulum. It's rotating in the middle. I don't 100% remember how pendulums work. I suppose it could be a pendulum. It's that or a very slight funk rotating. Let's face it, they're pretty similar. I think I've got a pretty good idea how this layout works, but also... I don't know. I really feel like that should do something. Rather than you running off the edge and sighing. Combo 31 Deathan. Deathan. I always pronounce it Deathan. I feel like I've gone over this before. For the newest competition. What was competition 31? Allow me to check. Didn't we do Floating Island? We definitely do 30 brushes. Maybe it's this one. It's this one. Make a functional map using only the texture map pack we provided. Gotcha. Oh yeah, so it is. I'll just press this button and this button. Oh wait, no. I'll press this button. That button. Then this button. There we go. Sorry, there are a lot of buttons. Is this Counter-Strike again? No. Why is there overviews? Isn't that a Counter-Strike thing? I guess not. I have no idea what that's for. What are they for? God, the default thing for opening pictures is so fucking slow. So fucking slow. It's an overview of bounce, but why? are we looking at? I think I already copied it, but be sure. Compo 31 Ethan. Does not say deathmatch. This is definitely deathmatch. It's nice of them. I suppose technically I have the power to fix that, don't I? I should probably do that. But I'll never remember to. I wonder how big the texture pack was. Like, number of textures wise. I feel like some of the default stuff that Windows has in it these days is better than it used to be, but I have yet to see the slightest use for the picture viewing thing. It's fast as open stuff up in Paint.net. Paint.net isn't particularly fast. I'm just running around picking up a bunch of guns. This seems to imply that you can go up through it, but... Is this the only way up? Let's check these bottom floors. It seems that way. Oh, damn it. All the way up. Do you think there's going to be a crossbow up here? There's definitely crossbow bolts. Okay, you do at least have to get that from elsewhere. That was the sort of dynamic that I tried to put in hydroelectric, but people seem to get it just fine all the same. It's probably a bit too open to have a crossbow in it at all, and a bit too dark. How dare they clip stuff off? Again. What's this skybox from? Is that a default Half-Life skybox? I don't remember that one. Okay, where have you seen this map? Compo 31 by Ninja Defuse. Ninja Defuse or Ninja Defuse? Is defuse a word? Am I making shit up again? It wouldn't be the first time. Hello, my Compo 31 map. This map is completely unoptimized. It's good, isn't it? Counter-Strike. It's helpfully labelled Ninja Defuse map. I know that. I'm not sure exactly what I'm having trouble with on the pronunciation there. Not worth worrying about. Figure out what's wrong with my brain a different time. It's just about saying, I feel like I shouldn't be going this way. Turns out, this is difficult to get through. I was gonna say, this is weirdly clipped up here, but I didn't even see this thing going out of the roof. Just imagine Gordon jumping around and smashing his head into a light or a fixture. Okay. Bleeding plants, of course. My first instinct is to slash at these decorative pieces. Is there anywhere to go here? Or does some of these doors work? Maybe this was unfinished. I didn't actually check. The shop, apparently. I get the feeling this was unfinished. I should really check before I start playing. It looks nice though, for what it is. It says completed. Hang on, where did the CTs spawn? Maybe this map's very small? It sure looks like the exact same place. If I shoot the floor, make some bullet holes and then change teams, will they stay there? I'm not convinced. I mean, I've got to be convinced of something. It's not like I seem like I can... It said Counter-Strike. I assume it wouldn't say Counter-Strike if it wasn't Counter-Strike. Also, I could spawn as terrorists, so... Why is it Counter-Strike? It seems to be visual. Compo 31 Crazy is a broken link. I was going to say episode 2, I guess the source texture pack was also provided. Unfinished Compo 31, also a broken link. Moby's Competition 31 entry, also a broken link. Let's try this. Nope. Never mind. That was shut down. Competition 31 DE Mindstorm. I think this one and this one, I think they might have been broken links. I think I went into them and then it gave me virus warnings and I didn't want to risk anything there. So I'm not 100% sure. I'm not going to encourage anyone to confirm that, but that's just what happened. So for now, and thus forever, I'm going to skip them unless I hear otherwise. Comlex? Comlex. Can't find the link. Okay, good. Yes, I will check this out. Maybe I should have downloaded more maps because it seems like we're getting through this list. Did not remember there were so many broken links. I kind of don't remember them at all. Well, this was clearly well worth Well worth putting in there and saying I can't find the link. Kind of want to compile it just to look at a point file. It's small enough that you probably could find the link just by staring at it enough. Don't know what all those nodes are for. Strafe map 1 is also a broken link. It's the first strafe map. Like, the hollow function is right there and suggested in all of those beginning tutorials. It's sort of haphazard slapping down brushes and hoping that there's no leaks is... I can understand why, Strider, is what I'm saying. This isn't a broken link. For once. Just a death run map, okay. Why? I feel like glow01.spr is a file that has been included unnecessarily so many times, and I don't understand why that is. Why that sprite? Is there something that specifically uses Glow01? And people want custom versions of that? Or is it just a coincidence? Yeah, it's one of these maps. At least jump maps I could actually, like, engage with in some way. And surf maps. These are just either run around pressing buttons or run around not really knowing what the hell I'm doing. I guess that's it. The teleporter implies that there should be something to do somewhere, but maybe it's reliant on what the counter-terrorists are doing, in which case I can't see it. I think I have to turn off freeze time. This isn't going to be terribly engaging. That was fine. There was no way to take less damage there. It's sad but true. This seems unnecessary. I have a plan. Don't hiccup in the middle of my sentence. It's death water. It's very blue. Like, unnaturally blue. Oh, and awfully fast. There's some speed water till it hits the ground and then becomes death water. These are very scientific terms. I still don't really get death run maps. I think we get the idea. Okay. Not sure what I'm looking at. And it's a broken link, so... Rambo Hulk minigame version 2. Example Amb Gen by Captain Terra. I seem to remember doing this and thinking that this was bullshit, but maybe I'm misremembering. Amb Gen Helper SM. Not sure what SM means, but... This just... I wish I knew what the fuck I was looking at. I mean, I get it, that's supposed to be the sphere around which you can hear a sound entity, and maybe there's not actually anything in this map itself. What's all this crap on the side? Why is this here? Why is this box... Why are these boxes move throughable? What's with this color wall? Koth Diabolical Final 1 by Boomer. TF2. And had a whole lot of those. Abby, can I make a request? You gotta never say Boomer ever again. Sorry, did I say request? I meant command. Is literally the only exception I will allow. Because apparently I have to do that. And let's move on to ZM Frostbite, I guess, and hopefully things won't be completely shit. Well, what? I'll wait to make any judgment until the next game is up and being played. Maybe TF2 is just too strong for it. I don't know why it would be. We haven't had that problem before. No matter, what am I looking for? Half-Life. CM Frostbite. But now I have to edit a video, and that's gonna take forever. I don't like it. Things should work. I'd love it if things worked and didn't break. Now it's popping up bullshit about skip frames again. I don't know why that would be. The internet should be fine. My computer should be fine. I'm not saying it is, but it should be. Right, crates. Immediately crates. Of course. Put the button so far away from the actual elevator. I was just walking around on the elevator and all of a sudden I stopped moving with it. I realised it's because I stood on a ledge, but still. That's dark. This light is making a lot of sparking noises, and I would look into it if I were you. I mean, it seems like the stream is as well. I'm seeing warnings again. That thing down there that's supposed to be green is occasionally not green. I don't know. Let's find out, shall we? Let's find out together. It's probably going to break everything, but... maybe I can't do it while it's going. The number it currently has in that box is... Oh, I just could move this over, couldn't I? That's the number that's currently in there. I don't know if that's high or not. I don't know shit about video streaming. But it does seem like it's only doing it when I'm in game. Or at least that's the only time I've noticed it. So either my computer's broken or I need to restart everything, possibly including my internet box thingy. I don't know what bitrate means. I guess I will see, because I had trouble last time. For some reason, all of a sudden my OBS refused to record and stream at the same time. And in order to fix that, the only vague solution that I could find online was changing the encoder. So maybe everything's broken now. I don't know why it broke in the first place, because recording and streaming at the same time is what I've been doing since literally when I started streaming. But maybe I need to change things now. Also noticed another warning's popped up since I have been sitting here doing this, so I guess I'll drop the stream again for a second. Drop that number down a couple thousand and see what happens. I'll be back in a sec. This isn't behind the streams, this is everything just breaking. For the record. I guess I'll see if that helped. Let's look at some more snow. It's awfully not piled up for the fact that it's snowing. I realize it seems pretty light, but I feel like there should be some. Also, I think we've seen enough of this map anyway, so... Yeah, that little thingy there went yellow again. Maybe I should keep this up here. I can add some numbers to my footer. So how about these numbers? I don't need that one. Maybe I'll keep an eye on this. Maybe my CPU is just in dire need of replacing, as though I didn't already know that. I just want things to work and never be a problem, ever. Is that too much to ask? That's good to know, TJB. KZ Occult. Where is this map? It's not in my list of broken ones, so it's gotta be here. Leave that while I still remember to. Climb Occult, that's what it would be. We'll see what happens once we get back in. This would be Counter-Strike. Sure, why not? I remember I used to be very cautious about replacing files, now I super don't give a fuck. Climb Occult. Climb the ranks of Occult. I'm keeping an eye on my CPU number. Just the slightest touch of it. Oh. Ambience there is what I was gonna say. This probably shouldn't have that gap in it. Smuttery Booth, how dare you? Let's hope it stays that way. Is this just a ledge? We're gonna go up the stairs and see the map, but now I'm curious about whether I can fall off and die. As you do. Whoa. How about we start going up? That's right, this is a jump map, isn't it? Stairs probably unnecessary. Being a jump map, I can't promise we'll actually see any of it in the thing, but maybe I can spectate it. Why is any of this ever in Counter-Strike? And Counter-Strike movement is so bad. Yeah, I've got an idea. SV gravity 100. That didn't help. Hang on. 50. This way I can still pretend that I'm doing it properly. You're supposed to get here. Are there things somewhere in this rotating thing? You know what I mean. Oh no, I hit my head. I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going. But probably not that way. I guess you just get teleported around. Electric things hurt you. God, everything is rotating up here. What are you trying to say, Irby? Use your words. It's rotating quite quickly. And you lose all momentum. Good old gold source. Yeah, I scaled the tower. Why haven't I considered doing a gravity before? Why would you want to come back here? Divine punishment. I guess I'll go back and try that TF2 map. But I just want to note, none of these numbers reacted in any particular way that suggests that the thing should have gone bad. My CPU was still at a reasonable percentage. Bitrate didn't really change. Never mind. We got the idea. That's good enough. I'm happy. CS Evil Crazy is a broken link. Comp 31 Skells is a broken link. Envis is not a broken link. Which is a competition 31 entry. Most of these 31 entries seem to have gone, haven't they? None of this would have been a problem if the map just hadn't broken. If the recording and streaming at the same time hadn't broken in the first place. Please, you know how I said you weren't allowed to say boom over again? Please never say that again either, Irby. What am I looking for? Valve. That's what I'm looking for. Aren't we all? Helpfully called Compo 31. Oh, what did I say? Let's see, it's Rimrock, so it's probably deathmatch, right? Maybe it isn't? Doesn't really strike me as deathmatch. Alright, I'll turn deathmatch off. Weird, I didn't recognize restart. I knew what I meant. I think this might just be an eye candy map. These are some nice looking machines. Shame they're just dangling these crystals on some laser rope. Doesn't even let you jump in there and get maimed by the machinery. What kind of a map is this? Honestly, the least realistic part of this is this trim lighting in the middle of it there. Otherwise, I don't know, sure. I like these walkway lights actually. Maybe I should keep that in mind. That's Enders. I just clear. Okay. Never mind, I did. Merry Christmas to H-Life Hot Dog is a broken link. It's not Merry Christmas anymore. Fair enough. This thing that everyone knows for some reason. I don't know why this was such a... That's a good idea, Strider, and much better than what I do, which is immediately forget about it. Yeah, Captain Terra got way into this for reasons that I'm not really sure why. Also, I seem to be copying every scientist voice line, so... Herbie, you don't have to play it this time. I mean, you didn't have to play it the first time either, but that was your problem. Let's check out the bonus imegs after we play the mod. That's understandable. Just occurred to me that my background has changed on my other screen. I've got to fix that. Here we go. I'm gonna have very little to actually say about this because it's pretty obvious that it was bad for bad's sake.
Welcome to the HEV Log
which is much less interesting than accidentally bad, in my opinion.
Le di a uno. Hay algún fiambre por aquí. Escribo en...
For their own good. It's... I guess I can't argue with that last remark, TJB. But it's... It's a... It's a very specific type of art.
Major.
I guess I didn't consider that, Strider. Don't think this is actually properly functional anyway, but... Odd reaction to a grenade, but... I think I remember how this ends, and that's about it. You know what it's about. I'm surprised there's not more of that, frankly.
Sí, vale. Si colaboramos, viviremos más. Hasta luego. ¿Qué es lo que huele tan mal?
There's a copyright claim on the YouTube video. Yeah, this is about what I remember.
It all in the ball, the world is in cripple. McPoker is dying. Then it hook up inside himself. He dead. McPoker is dead. And final will continue. It all in the ball. The world is in cripple.
Yeah, that's what that is. Now you know, Strider. That's what people were so amused by. Especially this bugger here. This was in the top maps for a while, if I recall, and judging by my comment down there, I was the person to knock it off. And I'm proud of that. I also gave it 1 star. The Incinerator Complex. Not that we can follow up that masterpiece. Is Broken Link. Secret Santa Irby is a Broken Link. And Scientist Hunter HD map pack is also a Broken Link. So that rounds out the maps that I've got, doesn't it? Let's see what's next. Sound loop tests. Okay, maybe I'll just stop the stream there. It's not going to get any better. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna bugger off and be back here. Look at watch. In half an hour. And then I'm gonna play some Dark Souls. See you back here then, or more likely not, but hopefully. You should come watch Dark Souls. Dark Souls is fun. I don't know how fun it is to watch, but I enjoy doing it, and that's enough for me. Bye all.